April 24th, 2021, double the terror, double the shock. The nightmare combination from Monster Magazine is back as the gruesome twosome rises again. Back from the dead to show his pencil art, it's the return of the pencil art of Ricky Blaylock. Also, he returns to create the wildest comics you've ever seen. Vance Capley draws again. Together, the gruesome twosome will be at Accents and Antiques, 37 Public Square, Columbia, Tennessee, April 24th, 2021 from 10 to 5. Be there, be there, be there!
I'm not interested in car shows where people are showing off their pristine 1968 whatever or 1978 whatever. I'm more interested in jacked up engines and flames down the side, and what kind of madness did they do to create these beautiful masterpieces of the highway.
Coming to you from parts unknown, it's Vance Capley talking comics, graphic design, and art. Sit back and enjoy tonight's episode.
Hello, Vance Capley, VanceCapleyArt.com, and a happy Monday to you all. The picture you see on the screen was done in the year 2013. Now, I drew this image because I had these separate, how to explain that? I had several separate things bouncing around in my head, and on some sketches, I kind of worked out this setup. And one thing I wanted to do was draw a hot rod truck, and I was it was stuck in my head, this 1920s or 30s model pickup truck. And then it was converted into a hot rod. And you can see I've got the mag wheels on it, and the popped up engine, flames on the side, of course. I've always been interested in hot rod culture because that's what my dad did when I was a kid. So, if you're around it, you see it, you're really locked into it. And I go to hot rod shows when I can. I'm not interested in car shows where people are showing off their pristine 1968 whatever or 1978 whatever. I'm more interested in jacked up engines and flames down the side, and what kind of madness did they do to create these beautiful masterpieces of the highway. On the tailgate of the truck, you'll see bullet holes. That was another one of the images that stayed in my head. I thought it would be really cool to have bullet holes running down the back side of this old-timey truck. And I'd sketched that out, and I was just like, where do I put it? And I thought about through the flames, then I went, no, the tailgate. It's got to be the tailgate. Because there are several circles in this picture. One circle, of course, is the giant smiling moon, which is kind of like a 1920s advertising style throwback. And, so just one circle. And, of course, the headlights, the mag wheels, and the bullet hole. Well, the circle of the moon and the circumference of the bullet holes makes if you follow it, it makes another big circle as large as the moon because of the angle of the bullet holes, if it makes any sense. So in other words, there's one circle highlighting the Wolfman and the truck and the motor on the vehicle, and then the other circle is highlighting the lady that the Wolfman's looking at, if it makes any sense. The woman's like a beatnik chick from the 1950s with a little beret, and she's always snapping her fingers, and instead of applauding, smoking little cigarettes and drinking cafe espressos and reading poetry and all this cool stuff. Wolfman's old school. He's got his hair slicked back, and he's smiling at her like, you may be a beatnik chick, but I think you're cute. Why don't you come in for a ride? And he's got that wicked grin like, let's go. And anyway, so I drew this in 2013, and I put it up for sale on eBay. And I didn't put price met thing, but luckily I'd saved a copy of it to my computer, and it sold for like $8. It was so sad, but the person who got it, I'm sure they enjoyed it. The artwork itself was done with pens, like Sharpie pens, and yes, Sharpie pens like write letters with or mark boxes with or whatever. The colors were all done with color pencils. And the yellow, though, was done with these Italian markers I ended up with. Very thick markers with Italian writing up and down the side of them. I found them, and I cannot remember. I think it was a store in Franklin, Tennessee. It was an art store that's no longer there or something like that. And they had this set of Italian markers for $8. And I bought them. And that was like over 20 years ago, almost 30 years ago. And some of those still work. I've never been able to find them again. It's the craziest thing. But anyway, that gives the picture that beautiful yellow, that just really deep, beautiful yellow. For the metal reflection, it's just a light blue pencil with little inflections, or not inflections, but little more dang it, what do you call it? Little waves and little like, I don't know, shading to look like metal, reflections of metal in the chrome tires and on the motor itself, and also on the radiator of the vehicle. In the window of the truck, I used the green pencil to try to make it look like some kind of glass there. And of course, the grass, of course, is just different shades of green. The reason it's not nighttime was I really honestly don't know why I didn't do it as a nighttime picture. But I mean, I like how it turned out. And I was thinking about maybe redrawing it, nowadays, or maybe even just cleaning it up, blowing it up bigger and throwing that on a t-shirt, because it looks really sweet. I thank you so much for watching. Look after one another. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye.
Vance Capley is a self-taught artist who has worked in various mediums, including drawing, painting, and graphic design for over 20 years. He now has his designs here on TeePublic. Old school, unique, stylish. He is also available to help you with your original TeePublic designs. Make sure you visit Vance Capley Art 1972 at teepublic.com. You'll be glad you did.